Hi guys, welcome to Code Artisan Lab. This is video number 24 for hotel management system in Django with Next.js. In this video, we will work on the booking form, right? In a previous video, we have seen that how we can work, how we can implement the forgot password. Now in this video, we will work on the booking form because we already worked on logged in, log out. So if user is logged in, then he can create booking for the room, right? For the event we will do that later, right? So here you can see that this is our form, and here we are showing that how many total guests, check-in check-out date, right? And when it will hit the confirm booking, we will save the data in our booking model, right? For the booking model explanation, I have created a video, and the video number is, let me show you. The video number is 13, where I have created this model, right? So there I have explained that in which field what we will save, right? uh, these are already self explaining, but if you want to see that video, then you can see, right? So let's start to working on this. So it will we will create the booking form, save the data, and when we click on the confirm booking, it will show all this data here, right? So till this page we will work in this video, and the next video we will work on the payment button, right? So we will integrate the payment gateway, correct? So let's start to work on this. Okay, so for the booking form, we have created this page, and this page can be accessible also without login. So if I click on the room types, and if I click on the single room, this is showing the booking form. But instead of showing this form, we will show the login button, right? So if the user is not logged in, then he will click and return to the booking form, right? So let's create that functionality first, then we will work on the booking form, right? So let's jump into that functionality. Okay, so let's jump into the code. So what I have done, I have created a booking form component, right? In the booking form component, because I want to use the local storage, and we can use only the local storage in the client component, right? So I have defined this use client, okay, and then so we can use the local storage, and from the local storage I'm accessing the user, right? So here is the user, right? In this variable we have user, and if user is not null, then we will show the booking form, else we will show the login to make booking with the redirect URL, right? So I'm getting the current path name, right? I'm getting the current path name, and I will send it when user click on the login, correct? So suppose if I logged out, and I'll go to room types, single room, and here you can see this is showing the login form, and when you click on this, right? So when we click on this, right, so it will, here you can see that this is login, and this will, after the login, this will redirect to this path, right? So let's try to this, submit invalid password again. Let me check it. Submit invalid mobile. What is this? In, sorry, submit. Okay, so here you can see it is redirected to this booking form, correct? So this part is done, that we need to check that if user is logged in or not, and we have also created the booking form component separately, so that we can access the client local storage, right? We can't mark this router, right, to local storage, because we need to use the metadata here, right? And we are running the async functionality, correct, because we need to get the room detail, okay? All right, so now this is working. Now we can work on this booking form to send the data. First of all, we need to fetch this dynamically. I don't think we are fetching this dynamically in this page. So this is booking form. Yeah, so this is manual data. We need to fetch it here, right? So let's fetch it and then we will perform the booking. Okay, so let's make it dynamic. So what we will do here, so let me close this and let's go to booking form, and we are calling the booking form in this page, right? So we will pass the room detail in the booking form also, right? So we'll say, yeah, this is fine, room detail is fine, and then we will use here room detail, correct? And let's console this and let's check it what it is saying, correct? So console, this is object, this is detail, okay, this is room type, correct. This is detail, okay, so this is title, right? So this is actually, let me show you. Let's go to the serializer here, right? So if I say this, then we are using the title. So if I go to the model, let's go to model here. So this is our room type and this is our title, right? So this is the serializer. So let's go to title, booking form, so room detail. So what we will say here, room detail dot title, sorry for the double braces, okay. And total guest we will enter, check-in we will enter, checkout we will enter. This is the charges that we need to create in our model, correct? So if I go here in our model, so for the room type we have to create the integer field, right? So here we will go, right, and we will say per day amount, right? Or we can say per day charges, right? And this will be positive integer field, right? And default we will say 0 because we have already data, correct? So now let's run the migration. So py manage dot py make migration, py manage dot py migrate, correct? So py manage dot py runs out, okay. And if I go to open the admin, then we have room types here. We have two room types. Let's go here, let's fix the charges. Let's say 5,000 for the double bedroom, 2,500 for the single, correct? And here we need to fetch it, and we also need to define in the serializer, sorry. So serializer we have to define per day charges, per day charge, right? So per day charges, this is correct, right? So what we will do here in our detail booking form, so we'll say day room detail dot per day charges. This is not fetching, so let's see why this is not fetching here. It should fetch, okay, this is coming now, right? So this is our per day charges. Now when we click on this, it should calculate the total, correct? So we can do one thing, we can where is that, here? So we can do one thing, we can click show here total, total amount, correct? So remove this, correct? So we will show the total amount here in the span, or we will show here total amount, right? So currently let's say 000, correct? So whenever we change the guest, right, and the time, then it will change the price, right? So I think the total amount should be at the bottom. No, yep. So after this one, HR, this thing, right? So let's say space, correct? All right. So uh when we focus out of this checkout date, then we will show the total amount, then user can click on the confirm booking, right? So let's quickly done this, and then we can confirm booking, then it will save the data with the current user, correct? So let's see. Okay, so for calculating the total, what we are going to do, we have created six variables, right? Two for date and one for total cost and one for guest, right? So and two more for dates, right? Because this is a normal date, and we will save this two variables in a database, and this one is used for the calculating the difference between the two dates, so that we need object, so that we have created two more, right? So by default it will empty, and total cost, total guest, as you can see that this is by default 0 and 1, right? So this is our checkout handler, in which whenever the change the value of the checkout handler, it will set the checkout date and checkout normal date, right? One is object and one is a normal, whatever typing in the date field, right? And let me copy this and put at the end here, right? And then we have a check-in data handler, same as a checkout date, right? This is our guest handler, right? So this will update the values, right? And let me show you that we are calling this on change. So whenever this function change, the value will be updated from the user state, right? So, and in the use effect, we are calculating the number of days and the total cost, right? So total cost is to room per day charges and total guest, right? So, and one more thing, we have added one more field here in our model, in our room app, I think. Where is, yes, rooms app, per day charges, right? So let's try to do this, let's try to test it. So one, and then let's select today's date, let's select 24. So here you can see that this is showing 3 days, right? So this is not including the 24th, right? So 21, 22, 23rd, right? So 3 days, 3 days into 2500 into 3, this is a 7500, right? And if I say 2, and let's say 3, and here you can see that this one is 15,000, right? It will double the cost, right? So this is the calculation is working well. Now we need to save the data in the database, and we will go to the go to this page, right? Now let's save the data in the database, and we will create the order ID, correct? So let's do that. Okay, so let's save this data. First of all, let's confirm the model that what we have for the room booking. We have a room number, we have a username, users not selected the room number. Okay, so we have a username, sorry, we have a user, the current user, booking date, total guest, check-in date, checkout date, booking amount, and booking detail. So we need two things. We need to show the room number, and we also need to show the booking detail, right? So if any extra detail here, we need to add here the text field, and we also need to add the available rooms, correct? So let's do that. Okay, so first of all, we need to create the fields. So here we are. After the checkout date, right? So after the checkout date, we will create here field for detail, correct? So user can add any detail, right? And then this should be text area, right? And let's add a class name form control, correct? So this is our in what is this? Okay, so this is our detail section, right? So user can add the detail, right? So we will also create this for our room section. So we will say detail, and here we will say set detail, correct? And for this we will create another function here, detail set detail e dot target dot value, right? So this one detail handler, right? So I'm just following the same structure that we are following for other fields, so that I'm creating the functions, right? So here, so on change this one detail handler, correct? Okay, so now we have now we should have updated values, right? One more thing, room type charges, we need to add one more field here, rooms, right? So before the this is room type, this one is this. So before the total guest, we will say, or for the rooms we can say that we can auto allot the available room, right? And we will show the user that hey, this available room are allotted to you, right? So this thing, or maybe we can show the rooms chart, like rooms diagram where user can select the rooms, right? I think that will be better, right? So currently let's create this booking, and then after it we will add the we will add the graph for selecting the rooms. So user can select 1 2 3 or whatever the rooms number, right? And then we will add that rooms in our booking, right? Currently let's auto allow the rooms, right? Auto allot the rooms, right? So we will just take the number of rooms, how many rooms he wants, right? So let's see, uh number of rooms we will say here, correct? So we'll say number of rooms, correct? So total, we'll say total rooms, name is total rooms, correct? So here we have total rooms. Total rooms affect the calculation, right? So here we will copy this, and at least one by default, and here we will say total rooms, set total rooms, right? And like we have a guest handler, we should have room handler, correct? And here we will say total rooms, right? And here also total rooms, correct? And then this total room will affect the total cost, so into total rooms, right? So why this is, oh sorry, actually this should be total rooms like this, right? Updated state, right? Because this is charges for 2500 per day per room, right? per day, per room, per person, right? So we need to multiply by this and then this, right? And the days. Okay. We can change the calculation whatever we need, right? So we can apply the logic, but currently I have applied this charges is per day, per room, per person, correct? Okay, so we are done with the rooms. Let's see one. Okay, we need to add we need to also attach the handler. So let's go to this one, room, number of rooms, this handler, correct? Okay, so we have one total guest one, and let's say 21, let's say 22, so 2500. Let's say total number of rooms 2, and guest is 23, so we'll say 22. So here is right. So calculation is working well, and let's say this is testing. So now we can save this data, right? For the rooms selection, as we discussed, we will show the diagram where user can select the room, right? And we will replace this here, right? And currently we will uh, allot available room, right? Currently we will allot available room automatically, and later we will show the graph here, right? We will show the link here, and then user when click on this, he can select the room, right? Okay, so now let's save the booking with the auto allotment of rooms. Okay. Okay, so for saving the data, we already saved multiple forms, right? So we will take help from those forms, correct? So what we will do here, when it will submit, so let's go to our register handler when we are registering the user. So not this one, where is that? Front end styles, sorry. So okay, so we have app, and we have user, we have sign up. So this is our sign up form, correct? So here we are sending the data, correct? So what I will do here, we have a reset button also, correct? After the successful submission, we will add the reset. So what I will, let's copy this use reset in our booking form, right? And then I'll copy all of this, and we will change accordingly, correct? So after the where is that? This is from the local storage. Okay, so here, so success message, error message, let's show the success and error message. Copy this where we are showing in the form. Okay, column before the sign up title, right? So here, correct? So actually no need for showing the success, actually showing this error message but not success, because with the success we need to redirect, right? So no need of success message, correct? Handle form, right? So you can see here, when submit, the action will be, when we click on submit, then it will be submit the form on that particular action. Okay, so we don't have, close this, and then form action handle, right? And here we are, correct? So now when we, okay, so we also need to create the reset button, so we'll copy the reset button. And one more thing, paste here. Actually we need a button we have given the link because initially I want to show you the page, right? Okay, so reset button reference, it will reset the form, right? If I show you reference default null, right? And when response is okay, then it will click on that reference, right? It means it will click on the reset. Reset is in the form, so it will reset the form. Okay, so now we need to send the data, right? So what data we need to send? Let's go to the API. Let's go to the API. Where is the we need to room types, app, rooms. We need rooms. Where is rooms app? Oh, sorry, not here. Here. So room type serializer, we have booking, but we don't have serializer, so we need to create a serializer for that, right? So let's copy this one, right? And paste here, and we'll say booking serializer, correct? And models dot no need for this, and this will be booking. And for the models, right, so we need room number, which will be the room ID, correct? And user, the current user. Let's copy this. Okay, so room number, user, booking date, total guest, check-in date, correct? And no need for booking date because it is auto add. Checkout date, correct? And then we have booking amount, right? And what else we have? Booking detail, right? So booking detail, okay, so booking detail is actually JSON field. So we need to send the JSON data, right? I think I have created this field that so we can save this field and then we can show in the maybe in the invoice or something, right? Let's see how we will utilize this. Okay, so we have a booking serializer. Now if I go to here and copy this one and paste here, and we will say booking, right? So what it will do, we need a view also, so let's go to view. Let's copy this one, actually copy this one, right? And then paste here, and we will use list we will use the create API, right, for saving the data, right? So we'll say booking create view, okay? And this will be booking objects serializer dot booking serializer, right? And in the URL we will give this path, correct? So we have a view, we have a URL. It should we can apply the booking now, right? And we need to add here comma. Okay, so this is the API. So if I go in the form, then we can call this booking, right? And for this we need to send all the data. So room number, serializer user, and then total guest, and then check-in date, then checkout date, then checkout date, and then total amount. No need for this. Where is that? Booking amount. Another one is booking detail, right? So booking detail, here we are. Okay, so room number. So first of all we need to send room number. So first one thing that we have missed here, we need to create the rooms for the particular room type. So here in the admin, what I will do, I will add the rooms. So I will say single room number, I will say 101. Description is a testing description, right? And save. So this is our room and this is the room ID too, right? So I will add here 2 by default, right? Correct. And user is current user. So where is that? If user not equal to null, if user not equal to null, then we can use the user. Okay, let's say user ID is 1, right? Total guest, let's test it manually first of all, then we will see another things. Check-in date, let's say 21st, right? And checkout date, let's say 23rd. Booking amount, let's say 1000. Booking detail, let's say testing. Correct. So this is our data, and this is error, no need for a profile. So copy this and paste here. Error, success message, no need. Okay, now let's see, it should work with the default data. Let's see. So this one is 21, this one is 24. Let's say testing. I know that this is filling the data is meaningless, but let's say, and then we have network, and then we have submit. So what is this? You call this URL a post, but the URL does not end with a slash. Okay, all right, let's end with the slash, this one. Correct. So let's try again. Submit booking. So here you can see that, right? So if I go to bookings, then here you can see that we have bookings, testing, and all the things, right? So booking is working, but we need to send this form data. Correct. So let's send this form data, and then we will see we will add this data, and then we will redirect it to the redirect to that page, the checkout page. Also we need to create the order, right? We have a order, we have where is that model? We have a order for the, okay, so this is our booking. So this is suppose this should be our order, and we also need to add the status, the payment status is done or not, right? So payment, okay, room type, okay. So we also need to add a status here, right? So let's add a status. Status equal to models dot char field max length equal, let's say 100, null equal to true because we have already data, and default equal to pending, correct? And if paid, then we will show the paid, correct? So this is booking, and then we have a payment, right? So let's see that. Where is the booking page? Here. So after this, we should redirect this to the checkout form where we will show all the data, correct? So let's do that now. Okay, so let's send this data. One more thing, our model is created according to this one room booking at a time, but we need to modify our model so that user can book multiple rooms at a time, right? So for that, what we will do, we will apply here the many to many relationship, right? But currently, let's go with the single room booking, right? So what I'm going to do here in this front end, I'm just going to adding the I'm just going to add here the ID number, because not let's not ID number, let's make here selection of room, right? So it will automatically add the ID number, right? So let's make the selection. Let's fetch the rooms here, right? First of all, we need to make it a selection form. So here what I will do, this is number of rooms, okay. We'll say select room number, select room, and here we'll say select option, and let's say on change, this will be here room handler, and value should be here. Okay, and let's say value is 1, let's say room 1, right? And let's say room 2, correct? And also add a bootstrap class. All right, what is this? Select, no need for this one. Okay, so room 1, room 2, now we need to fetch this in a dynamic way. I mean, we need to fetch it from the database. Okay, so like we are fetching the room types data. So what we will do here, I will copy this function. We'll say get rooms, right? And what we will do here, we will pass the UUID for the room, right? And we'll say here rooms, right? And get rooms, this one is this, and then we will say constant detail rooms, right? Get rooms. So we need to create this API, right? So let's quickly create the API, copy, paste. We will say rooms, room list type, so we'll say rooms list type, right? And then we have a view, we'll copy this one, paste here, and we'll say rooms list view, and this will be room object, right? And Then we have a query set, and this is room type serializer, so we need to create the serializer here, right? So let's create the serializer, room type serializer, and this is one. So room type serializer, this one. Oh, not image actually. So we'll copy this one, right, and paste here, and let's see where is that rooms serializer. Save room serializer, no need for this one. Say room, and in the model we have a room type, room number, room description. Okay, so we have serializer, room type, and the model is very far, should be here. Okay, so room number, we just need room number actually. Okay, so now we have a set this so room types, this one. If I go to here, actually we need a room type detail view. So if I go to detail view, we have a room type serializer. Okay, we also need to fetch in we can also fetch the rooms in the same API, but let's fetch the room list view different serializer for that. Okay, so it's currently fetching all the data, correct? So let's fetch it. Let's fetch it all the data first, then we will filter. Okay, so here we have let's close this. So we are calling this rooms, and it should show the data, correct? No need for the UUID. This will call this URL, which is this one, and this will call this view, which is this view, and this will call this serializer. Which one is serializer here, right? So it should fetch the data. Let's see, 12 console, oh sorry. So we should have rooms, do we have, sorry, what is this? Okay, this is showing. Okay, we need okay, we need to pass it here. Actually this page should show, let's rooms equal to rooms, right? And in the booking form, the page is our server side, it should show in the server then. Okay, let's see in the, it's not showing in the server, let's see in the client. Okay, so here we have a room detail. Let's show the another one, rooms. Let's see what it is showing here. Okay, 12 network, console here, count 1, result. Okay, so showing ID, room type, and room number. This is correct. Pagination is applied so that it is showing the pagination. Okay, so data is in the results. So if I say results, then it will show the data. Okay, so data is showing here. Okay, so now what we need to do, I will create a constant constant rooms equal to, let's say, total rooms equal to, this is already exists, so we'll say room list. No, okay, so room list, and this room list we can fetch it here. Okay, so room list dot map return this option, correct, and this will be the row and this is the index. So we'll say here row dot room number, and this one is row dot id. Okay, so if I say, then this is showing 101, correct. So room is showing correctly now, but the thing is here we need to show the rooms according to the room type, right? So let's apply that filter. Okay, so for fetching the particular rooms for fetching the rooms according to the particular room type, right? So first of all, let's add some rooms so that we can differentiate the things. So here we will add a single room 102, let's say test, right, and save. Let's add one more room which is in the double, so we will say 111 save, right? So if you see here, currently it will show it is not added here. Let me show this. This is showing only 101 and 102. Okay, let me see. Rooms serializer here, room number, rooms, but I have added the double rooms and I'm not passing anything. Then why this is fetching only the two rooms? It should fetch all the rooms here because I have not applied anything. If I say rooms, okay, cache no store, okay, get rooms UUID, I'm not passing the UUID here, and then rooms here, and then we have booking. Oh, sorry, why this is showing this? If let's add one more room here, double room, let's say 103, save. This one still shows the same thing. Let me run again, npm run dev. Is our server running? Yes, server is running. Why this is not showing all the rooms? First of all, wow. Okay, let's add one more here in the single, save, select rooms. Did I do something wrong here? No. Rooms, so here, okay, I understand. Actually the pagination is applied here. I understand. Okay, so if I go to settings, pagination, let's say 100, right, then it will show all the rooms. Fetch failed, maybe the server is okay. All right, so here you can see all the rooms are fetching here. Okay, but we need to fetch only specific rooms. So what we will do here, in this view, rooms view, we will override the query set, get query set, right? This is our query, right? What we will do, qs equal to qs dot filter dot filter, right? And here we will apply, you can see here we have a model where we have a room, where we have a room type, right? So we will apply here room type uuid equal to self dot keyword arguments uuid, correct? And then we will return this query set, okay? And we have a view in the here we need to pass here string uuid, correct? And similarly we need to pass it in the page, so uuid plus slash, correct? So it will fetch only those rooms which are attached to this, okay? So here you can see that, right? So everything is now dynamic, and so we can send this data, right? So we have rooms, and first of all, one thing more, let me check this total rooms. It should not total rooms, actually it should be a room selected, right? So room selected, by default it will be, okay, let's keep it one, actually not, by default empty. So where the room handler, set rooms, right? So we have room selected, okay? So if I say room selected, then what it will give us, let's see. Total room is not defined. Oh, so it will always be one, so no need to define this, right? Now let's check it, what it will give us if I select this one. So this one is this 21st, 24th, testing, and submit. Why this is showing this one? Okay, oh sorry. So if I select this, it is showing nothing. If I select this, it is showing 3. If I select this, it is showing 6. 1 3 2. Okay, we need to set this value, room selected. We are setting somewhere. This should be set detail first of all. Room selected, okay, room selected. All right, now if I select 2, if I select 4, nothing is happening. Then here will be, sorry, if I select 2, if I select 4, oh, I think it will show here. No, let me check it. Okay, so here in the room handler, we have defined a default value, and this is the room handler. And if we check this, right, so if I check this one, right, so you can see here the values are coming 2, 2, 4, right? Now we need to send this data, okay? So what we will do here, room number. Okay, so first of all, room selected, and user will be json.parse.user. okay, so let's see here what we have in the user. Console.user, uh, 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 oh sorry, local storage. So what we have in the user, let's see. Nothing. Console.user, we need to send the user actually. Okay, let's fetch other things, then we will add the user. So total guest here, sorry, total guest is this. Check-in date, normal check-in date, normal, checkout date normal, total cost, detail is correct, yes. Okay, so now let's send this. User is 1. Okay, let's send it. So 102, check-in date is this, checkout date is 24, test, submit, unexpected value. Let's go back. Room types, single room, we have 102, we have this one, we have 24, test, submit, booking, preview, column status of relation does not exist. Okay, I understand. Status null equal to true, maximum this one. Why this is saying that status of relation rooms booking does not exist, booking amount. Did we run the migration? I don't think so. Well, let's run the manage.py make migrations, py manage.py migrate, run server. Okay, let's see now. 102, check-in date, checkout date, test, submit, booking. So data is added. Let's go to booking, 102 admins. So this is not added. Okay, so if I go to booking form, this is detail. So in the model it should be booking detail, so booking detail is detail. Why this is not added? And if I go here, booking detail is empty, and in the payload we are not sending the booking detail. And where is the booking detail? Are we setting this? I think it should be detail. No, set detail, this one, e dot target dot value, this one, let's make it an input type text, right? And then we have this one. Okay, so now let's try to add here again. One 02 21 24 detail, submit this thing. Still detail is not going. Should I give the name? Target.value booking detail. Name, check-in date, total guest. It should show the detail handler. Okay, fine, no problem. But other data is going there. Okay, so we need to, one more thing, we need to send the user also, right? How this is okay, so we are sending user one actually. Okay, so we need to send the user that who is booking. Okay, so let's send the user and we'll also see that why the detail is not sending. Okay, so we have defined some changes for getting the user and detail value. So changes are simple. Actually, we did code here and there. So for the user, what we have done, so here we have created a constant with the a local storage name user, right? So I will copy this one and paste it on the top so we can use. So here, and this is user, this will contain the mobile number and token, so we will send the token, right? So here we will say token, correct? And this token will here user dot token, correct? And then for the detail, what we have what we are actually we defined the on change function in the label. Now we have place it on the correct place. So if I go this and do this here, it will return an error because we are adding the user, we are not adding the user ID, instead we are sending the token, right? So it will return an error, but let's check it. So here 21 24th, and let's say test, let's say submit. So I'm sure this will return an error. So let's say the payload. So here you can see payload is correct, but preview is user field is required actually, right? So what we need to do, we need to send this user token, right? And in the view, when we are calling, when we are from the view we are calling the serializer, we need to send it user ID from the user token, right? So let's do that, and then we can finalize this. Okay, so for the user, we are sending the user token, and from the Next.js we are sending the user token, right? So in the create view, booking create view, I'm overriding the post method, right? So here from this is our user token, you can say, right? And this is the user token. Okay, then we are getting the user object from the token, and this is I'm importing this from the auth model, correct? And here, okay, and I'm just overriding this, right, with the user ID, correct? So if we test it, then it should save the data, correct? So I will say this one, total guest, and then we have 21 24, right? And we'll say test, and we'll say submit, correct? So this is the showing data, correct? And if I go here and if I go to bookings, here you can see this is showing the data, correct? So now we just need to redirect this to the checkout, right? So we can redirect the checkout later, but we successfully created this form, correct? So we just need, okay, so in the next video, maybe because this is becoming too lengthy video, so in the next video we will cover the checkout page where we will show all the data, and we will also try to cover the payment section, right? So in this video our booking form is enough. This is I think almost 1 hour video, right? So we'll do this, we'll improve this, uh, we'll keep improving actually, and then we will apply other functionalities, right? So I think this is a complex part. This was a complex part for sending data, not complex, you can say lengthy part. The similar part we have in the book event, but that was easy because now we have implemented, correct? So if you have any doubt, any query, then please ask in the comment section. And also uh, this is that the project is uploaded on the GitHub, you can see here, right? So you can get the project, right? I have a lot of projects, the GitHub learning management system, hotel management, multi-vendor e-commerce. You can get anyone. If you want to learn, then you can watch the video, but if you need the project, ready-made project, then you can just send me few amount, and then I will provide the source code, right? And if you also want to add some uh, if you also want to add some Django products in your portfolio, you can purchase here, right? So this is the thing that I'm created, and I will try to upload more videos as much as I can. Okay, so thank you so much for watching the video. In the 25th video we will cover the payment section and the checkout page, right? So thank you so much, and we will meet again. Thank you.